My child, listen to me with fear and trembling, because what I am about to speak is not common, not ordinary, not soft, not gentle, and not the kind of message people want to hear, but it is the message heaven is urgently placing into your spirit because your son is standing in a dangerous spiritual intersection tonight. The realm you cannot see is shaking, and the unseen powers have already begun to move toward him, but I, the Lord your God, am stepping into this moment to warn you, to awaken you, to prepare you, and to empower you before something moves into your son's life that should never touch him. My child, hear me clearly, this message is not to scare you, this message is to save him. Tonight, there is a mark being sought after, a target being placed, a name being whispered in the dark, and your son's name has come up. The enemy has noticed a window, an opening, a crack in the spiritual wall around him, a moment of vulnerability, and he is hoping you remain silent long enough for him to enter. But I, the Lord, am interrupting your night because I will not allow darkness to touch what belongs to me without exposing the plan first. My child, you must hear me with your spirit wide open. The danger is real, but my protection is greater. The threat is active, but my intervention is already in motion. The enemy thinks he is coming for your son, but he does not know that heaven has risen before the attack even begins. I need you to understand what is happening around your son tonight. In the spirit realm, there has been war over his mind. A tug of war between confusion and clarity, between despair and hope, between distraction and destiny. There is something he has been battling in silence, something he has not spoken to you, something he has been trying to carry alone. The enemy has been whispering lies to him in the late hours, telling him he is tired, telling him he is alone, telling him he is misunderstood, telling him he is drifting, telling him he is unprotected. But the reason you are hearing this message right now is because I am pulling the curtain back so you can see the invisible danger standing too close to him. My child, tonight you must pray differently. Tonight you must cover him aggressively. Tonight you must stand as a spiritual wall around him. Because there is an assignment trying to approach him, a spiritual invitation disguised as opportunity, disguised as friendship, disguised as curiosity, disguised as escape. And if you do not stand up in the spirit, he may walk into something thinking it is harmless when in reality it is carrying poison. There is a person the enemy wants to use. Someone who looks harmless, someone who looks friendly, someone who appears trustworthy on the outside. But behind them is a spirit of sabotage. Behind them is a spirit that wants to pull your son into danger, distraction, or destruction. This person may appear soon, or this person may already be near him. They may be someone new, or someone familiar. But the intention behind their presence is not pure. My child, I am telling you this because the enemy never attacks without first hiding behind a disguise. And I am exposing the disguise now. Listen carefully. Your son is at a spiritual crossroads, and the direction he chooses in this season will shift the next 2 to 5 years of his life. There is a path opening for him that will lead to elevation, growth, discipline, responsibility, maturity, and purpose. But there is another path, one the enemy desperately hopes he will choose, because it will distract him, trap him, delay him, and blind him to who he truly is. Your son is not ordinary. He is marked. He is chosen. There is a calling on him that hell has recognized since he was a child. And the enemy knows he cannot destroy him, so he is trying to delay him. He is trying to reroute him. He is trying to place the wrong people in his circle, the wrong voices near his ears, the wrong environments around his spirit. But tonight, heaven is giving you authority to shut every door hell is preparing. My child, I need you to breathe, and I need you to listen. There is something trying to reach into your son's future. A spiritual pattern trying to repeat. Something that happened before, something that affected someone in your family, something that was never confronted. A cycle that wants to continue through your son. But I am telling you tonight, the cycle ends here. Break the cycle. Break the pattern. Break the spiritual inheritance that does not belong to your bloodline. Break the whispers of failure. Break the shadow of destruction. Break the assignment of premature loss. Break the spirit of disobedience that tries to pull him out of alignment. Break the spiritual traps set in the unseen. Break the generational net that wants to entangle him. For your daughter, support by giving a super thanks up to $100 as a simple act of faith and gratitude. Not by pressure, but by love, saying, Lord, I believe this word and I receive it. My child, your son is entering a season where heaven will call him loudly, but hell will try to distract him violently. You must stand in the gap. You must be his intercessor. You must be the voice that covers him while he sleeps. You must be the shield that surrounds him when he walks. You must be the spiritual alarm that awakens when danger approaches him. Tonight, there is an urgency. Not panic, but urgency. Because something is scheduled in the spirit, and your prayer can cancel it. Something is planned, and your authority can dismantle it. Something is moving toward him, and your obedience can stop it. My child, hear me, your son's destiny depends on your spiritual sensitivity tonight. I need you to stand up in your room. I need you to call his name out loud. I need you to lift your hand and declare protection. I need you to break every invisible chain assigned to him. I need you to cover his mind, his path, his friendships, his choices, his emotions, his steps. I need you to speak light into any darkness trying to grow around him. I need you to command angels to encamp around him. I need you to shut every demonic door that is waiting for him to walk by. Because tonight, heaven is giving you spiritual authority to save him. The enemy fears a praying parent. The enemy fears a spiritually awakened parent. The enemy fears a parent who listens to my voice. The enemy fears a parent who takes warning seriously. Your son is transitioning. He is changing spiritually. He is growing, but he is also vulnerable. His spirit is sensitive right now. And the enemy always attacks during transitions, when a person is stepping into new territory but has not yet learned how to guard it. That is why this message is coming now. My child, there is something I need you to pray tonight. Listen carefully. Lord, surround my son. Cover him. Hide him from every assignment of the enemy. Block every wrong person from reaching him. Expose every hidden danger. Protect his mind, redirect his steps, and seal his destiny. I cancel what the enemy planned. I declare he will live and not die. I declare he will rise and not fall. I declare he will walk in purpose and not in destruction. In Jesus' name. Say it. Declare it. Do not whisper it. Speak it as if heaven is listening and hell is trembling. Because they are. My child, I must reveal one more thing. Your son is beginning to attract spiritual attention because he carries a mantle he does not yet understand. That is why he cannot hang around everyone. That is why he cannot follow every voice. That is why he cannot go everywhere. That is why he cannot entertain every influence. He has something on him that the enemy wants to disarm. But the mantle he carries is inherited for kingdom purpose. This assignment against him is not random. It is not accidental. It is not sudden. This attack was planned years ago, waiting for a moment of weakness. And tonight the enemy thought he found it. But heaven has interrupted it. Tonight a war has been declared over your son. But you are not fighting it alone. Angels have been released. Protection has been activated. A shield of fire is forming. A hedge is rising. A covering is unfolding. But I need your voice to seal it. Your son does not even know how close he was to danger. But after tonight, he will walk under a covering he cannot explain. He will feel more clarity. He will feel unexpected peace. He will feel sudden protection. Because heaven is about to surround him like a fortress. My child, do not ignore this message. Do not delay this prayer. Do not shrug this off. Do not say, "I'll pray later." Tonight is the night. This hour matters. Your obedience will save him. Your prayer will protect him. Your voice will shift him. My child, heaven is watching to see what you do with this warning. Your son's destiny is counting on your response. Stand up. Speak. Pray. War. Declare. Cover him with fire. Because God says, this message could save your son's life tonight. And that is why I delivered it to you. My child, now listen to me, because from this exact moment forward I am taking you deeper, far deeper, into the part of this revelation that most parents never hear, most spirits never discern, and most warriors never recognize until it is too late. This continuation is not repetition, it is exposure. It is not review, it is revelation. It is not echo, it is the hidden layer behind the warning I already released. And I need you to receive this with your whole being, because what I am about to reveal is the part the enemy hoped you would never discover. My child, every destiny has a night where it is tested. Every purpose has an hour where it is hunted. Every calling has a moment where the enemy attempts one final secret strike, silent, subtle, strategic. And tonight is that hour for your son. Not because he is weak, not because he is unprotected, not because he is careless, but because he is rising. Because he is shifting. Because he is beginning to step into the identity hell has been trying to suffocate since his childhood. And when a destiny begins to awaken, the enemy releases his last reserve of distraction, temptation, influence, manipulation, and deception. This is why you must understand the true weight of the moment. The enemy is not after your son's behavior. He is after his future. He is not after his choices, he is after his calling. He is not after his friendships, he is after the mantle that is forming over him. He is not after what your son is right now, he is after what your son has the potential to become. Because your son is a carrier of breakthrough. Your son is a breaker in the spirit. Your son is one of the ones chosen to dismantle generational patterns. Your son is one of the ones chosen to break the family cycle of loss, confusion, delay, fear, and sabotage. And the enemy knows that if he can derail your son now, he can interrupt a line of blessings that was supposed to flow through your bloodline. My child, listen, tonight the enemy is trying to strike through the path of influence. Influence is the gate. Influence is the doorway. Influence is the shadow he is trying to use. Because destruction rarely walks in through a storm, it walks in through a smile. It enters not with chaos but with comfort. It approaches not with danger but with familiarity. This is why I told you, someone is being used. Someone is carrying a spirit that is not from me. Someone whose presence feels harmless but whose influence is carrying seeds of misdirection. Your son is spiritually sensitive right now, and the enemy is hoping your son will trust a voice that appears friendly but is filled with subtle poison. This influence may not look evil. It may not feel threatening. It may not speak darkness. But its effect is to weaken conviction, to distract purpose, to delay alignment, to distort identity. And I am exposing it now because if this influence is not broken, it will gain access to parts of your son's spirit that should remain guarded. My child, tonight something is shifting in the unseen realm, and I need you to be aware of what is happening behind the scenes. There are three things trying to reach your son: a spiritual whisper, a spiritual net, and a spiritual invitation. The spiritual whisper is the lie being spoken to his emotions, telling him he is misunderstood, telling him he is isolated, telling him he is behind, telling him he is not enough. These are not his thoughts. These are not his feelings. These are seeds planted through spiritual whispers, hoping he will internalize them. The spiritual net is the trap being set around him, an opportunity that looks good but is not from me, a door that seems open but leads into delay, a connection that appears beneficial but carries hidden damage. The spiritual invitation is the attempt to pull him into something that will shift his focus away from his assignment, away from his direction, away from his calling. My child, these three things often come at the exact same time, and tonight is that time. That is why this message is urgent. But hear me now, because what I am about to reveal next is the part the enemy fears the most. Your son has a spiritual seal on him. He does not know it. He does not recognize it. He has not fully awakened to it. But hell sees it. Angels see it. The realm of darkness recognizes it the moment he walks into a room. This seal is the mark of divine ownership. This seal is the mantle of future authority. This seal is the sign that your son has been chosen for something far greater than he realizes. And because of this, the enemy cannot touch him directly. He can only approach through influence, through distraction, through temptation, through deception, through exhaustion, through emotional vulnerability. This is why you have been feeling tension around him. This is why you have been sensing resistance. This is why your spirit has felt unsettled at times, even when everything around you looked normal. Because your spirit has been picking up on the spiritual pressure targeting him. But tonight, I am giving you a weapon. Not a physical one. Not an emotional one. A spiritual one. Your voice. Your authority. Your declaration. Your covering. When a parent speaks over a child, heaven listens. When a parent declares over a child, angels are assigned. When a parent prays over a child, spiritual gates are sealed. When a parent stands in the gap, destiny is protected. My child, you are about to shift the outcome of the next season of your son's life by the words you speak tonight. Now hear me, I must take you deeper. Your son's spirit is at a threshold. A doorway. A crossing point. This is why he has been restless. This is why he has been distracted. This is why he has been withdrawing at times. This is why his emotions have been unpredictable. Because he is not just going through a natural transition, he is going through a spiritual one. But transitions attract both angels and adversaries. Both elevation and interference. Both clarity and confusion. And tonight the enemy saw an opening. But this is also the night heaven interrupts it. Tonight angels stand at the borders of his destiny. Tonight spiritual protection is being strengthened. Tonight the hedge around him is being repaired. Tonight the cracks are being sealed. Tonight every dark whisper is being drowned out. Tonight every shadow loses access. Tonight every manipulation is cut off. Tonight every spirit of danger is rebuked. Tonight every generational assignment is broken. But only if you respond. My child, I need you to understand something critical. Your son is not fighting this alone. Heaven is fighting for him. But heaven needs your agreement. Heaven needs your declaration. Heaven needs your authority. Heaven needs your voice. Because there are battles in the spiritual realm that require the voice of a parent. Not a pastor. Not a prophet. Not a friend. Not a mentor. A parent. The warning I gave you is not to frighten you, it is to activate you. Your son's destiny is too valuable to leave unprotected. His purpose is too important to remain uncovered. His calling is too powerful to be left unattended. My child, I am not done speaking. This is not the end of the message. This is still the middle of the revelation. Now breathe. Listen. And prepare. Because the next part of this message is where I will reveal the exact area of his life the enemy wants to strike, the exact doorway he wants to enter through, and the exact authority you must use to shut it before this night ends. For your son, support by giving a super thanks up to $500 as a simple act of faith and gratitude. Not by pressure, but by love, saying, Lord, I believe this word and I receive it. My child, now listen, because from the exact place where I stopped speaking, I am opening the final chamber of this revelation, the last vault, the deepest layer, the part the enemy hoped you would never hear, the part that will seal your son's protection for this entire season. This is the conclusion, but it is not soft. It is closure, but it is not gentle. It is the final warning and the final deliverance wrapped together in one last outpouring. My child, hear me clearly, the enemy has been watching your son, not because he is weak, but because he is rising. Not because he is lost, but because he is chosen. Not because he is vulnerable without protection, but because his mantle has begun to glow brighter in the spirit world. And when a chosen one begins to shine, darkness always attempts one more strike before it loses access forever. Now I must reveal what part of your son the enemy has been targeting. Many parents look only at behavior, but I look into the realm beneath behavior. I look into intention. I look into vulnerability. I look into spiritual openings. And tonight, the area under attack has not been your son's hands, or his path, or his surroundings, it has been his mind. Your son's mind has been in a silent storm. A quiet battle. A hidden wrestling. And the enemy knows that he cannot take his life, cannot steal his destiny, cannot break his calling, but if he can confuse his mind, he can slow him down. If he can overwhelm his mind, he can depress him. If he can distract his mind, he can delay him. If he can disturb his mind, he can weaken him. But I am bringing light to his mind tonight. Because what your son has been feeling is not just emotion, it has been spiritual pressure. He has been feeling heaviness without knowing why. He has been experiencing sudden waves of confusion without understanding the source. He has felt discouraged in moments where nothing was wrong. He has felt distant from what once inspired him. He has felt unfocused, detached, and spiritually tired, even when his surroundings looked peaceful. My child, none of that was random. None of that was natural. The enemy was trying to place a cloud over his thoughts. A fog over his purpose. A shadow over his identity. Because if the enemy can blind the mind, he can slow the destiny. But tonight, this fog breaks. Tonight, this heaviness lifts. Tonight, this confusion dissolves. Tonight, this shadow evaporates. Because a covering is about to descend upon your son's mind that will strengthen his clarity, sharpen his perception, stabilize his emotions, and protect his decisions. Now I must tell you the doorway the enemy attempted to enter through. It was not anger. It was not rebellion. It was not sin. It was isolation. Your son has been carrying some things alone. There were moments he wanted to speak but didn't know how to begin. There were questions in his heart but no safe space to ask them. There were pressures he felt but didn't want to burden you with. And the enemy always targets those who isolate emotionally, not because they are weak, but because they are silently overloaded. But tonight, I am going to reconnect his spirit. I am going to soften his heart. I am going to open him up to conversation. I am going to restore communication between you and him. I am going to break the silent distance the enemy tried to widen. Because the enemy knows that isolation creates cracks, and cracks create openings. But tonight, my light is filling every crack. My child, the final thing I must reveal is the strategy the enemy was preparing to use. Not an accident. Not sudden trouble. Not physical danger. Something far more subtle. A wrong connection. A wrong influence. A wrong voice. Someone who carries instability. Someone who carries emotional chaos. Someone who carries a reckless spirit. Someone who carries spiritual darkness disguised as light. Someone who would push your son off his path slowly, subtly, silently, until he drifted too far without realizing it. But because you listened to this message, that influence is being cut off. Because you received the warning, that person's access is being revoked. Because you obeyed the call to cover your son, the enemy's chosen vessel is now spiritually blocked. My child, now you must hear me. Your son is about to enter a new season, one the enemy will no longer have access to. This is the final strike, the final shift, the final sealing. Now I need you to speak the words that will conclude everything heaven has been doing during this message. Lord, seal the mind of my son. Protect the gate of his thoughts. Remove every wrong influence. Disconnect every hidden danger. Surround him with your fire. Surround him with your angels. Surround him with your wisdom. Let no trap succeed. Let no door of darkness remain open. I cover his future. I protect his path. I seal his destiny. In Jesus' name. My child, when you speak these words, 3 things will happen in the Spirit. A hedge will rise around him, stronger than the one before. A spiritual separation will occur, removing every person who would harm his destiny. A divine redirection will begin, pulling him into alignment with his purpose. And he will not even understand why he suddenly feels safer, clearer, more focused, more grounded, but it will be because of what is being sealed tonight. Now I must close this message, but I cannot close it gently, because the moment is too holy, and the assignment is too serious. My child, listen to these final words with your spirit. Your son will not fall. Your son will not be taken. Your son will not be lost. Your son will not be destroyed. Your son will not be misled. Your son will not be devoured by darkness. Because tonight heaven has intervened. Tonight the enemy's plan collapsed. Tonight his assignment failed. Tonight the warning was heard. Tonight the covering was activated. Tonight the destiny was preserved. And because you listened, because you acted, because you stood in the gap, your son's life is secured. His future is sealed. His path is protected. His destiny is untouchable. My child, go in peace now. The warning has become victory. The danger has been overturned. The threat has been cancelled. For God says, this message did not just warn you. It saved your son. And the seal of heaven now rests upon him. For your son, support by giving a super thanks up to $1,000, as a simple act of faith and gratitude. Not by pressure, but by love, saying, Lord, I believe this word and I receive it.